been wanting to film some sit-down videos for a while now, but have not had the chance to because, as you know, I'm a stay-at-home mom of her and our little nephew Anthony, and he is wild and crazy. So it's hard to film videos with them. We are going to see if this little girl lets me get through the video I wanted to film. I'd like to film at least 2 videos, but we'll see if she lets me get through both of them. So the first video I would like to film is her 3-month update. I haven't done any updates on her yet, and I want to start because I'd like to remember how she is. Yeah, but she's being a little bit fussy today, and I think she's tired. But she did take a nap a little while ago, so we'll see if we can, let me just adjust you guys, if we can get through this update. I may have to stop to nurse her. Okay, so this is Austin Riley. She's actually going to be 4 months old next week. Hey, this is me. Hi guys. She's gonna be 4 months old next week, but I do want to get her 3-month update in before I do 4 months. So this little girl at her last week when I weighed her at my parents' house, she weighed 12 pounds 2 ounces, I think it was. At her 2-month appointment she weighed 11 pounds 4 ounces, I want to say. So she's gained about a pound in a month, so she gains 12. She was born at 7 pounds 9.5 ounces, so she currently weighs 12 pounds 6 ounces as of last week, right? So I'm gonna have my mom drop off the scale so we can weigh her again for her 4-month update pictures. Let's see, this month she has been rolling from from belly to back since she was 2 weeks old, and more recently she has been doing it and mastering it. She does it every single time we put her on her belly now. She does extremely well with tummy time. We recently got her a tummy time toy. Yeah, we did. That she loves, and you'll see on the daily vlogs if you watch those. She just as of 2 days ago transitioned into a normal sized crib that we got from Babies R Us. It was on sale, and she does really well in that at night. Last night she fell asleep at 7:40 and did a 4.5 hour stretch in her crib before she got up to nurse. And then went right back to sleep. She does awesome at night. She does not sleep through the night, but she gets up 2 to 3 times to nurse and goes immediately back to sleep. It's no fuss. She eats and goes right back to sleep. And she's pretty much done that since birth. She is currently wearing 3 to 6 month clothing, and I want to say she transitioned into that about 1.5 to 2 weeks ago. She was in 0 to 3 month clothing up until the beginning of this month. And it's really only because of her length that she transitioned so quickly. Actually, she really hasn't transitioned that quickly, but she transitions into new clothes usually because of her length. As you can tell, her body type is actually really petite. She's just tall. She is, well, at her 2-month visit she was 24 inches long, or 23 3/4, so she's probably about 24 to 24.5 inches long by now, maybe 25 even. She lost a lot of the top of her hair, but she is starting to grow it back. Yeah, she's definitely tired, and she might be looking to nurse right now. Let's see, what else is going on this month? She still nurses, breastfeeds quite often throughout the day, and she's doing really well with it. Since birth we've never really had any big issues breastfeeding. I've never had like any painful issues, or there was a period at around 2 to 2.5 months where I thought that I was going to, like, not quit, but I thought I was doing something wrong and I was gonna have to go see a lactation specialist. She would flail her body like she had a gas bubble, so I tried to burp her and she didn't have any gas bubbles. She would unlatch and relatch and unlatch and relatch, and she would get very frustrated, and so I thought she had gas bubbles, or the milk wasn't coming, like my letdown wasn't coming fast enough. And I actually, on Facebook, I am in a mom's group, And someone had posted about this the other day, and a ton of people posted underneath it that about the same age, 2 to 2.5 months, their babies did the same thing. So it was not just us. Other people, excuse you, other people have experienced the same thing. But she's doing much better now. She nurses amazing, and if she does like feel her body or anything, she usually has a gas bubble. Or the past 2 weeks, she's gotten very into comfort nursing. So she'll like want to nurse for like a second or maybe 30 seconds just to nurse. And then you put her passing in and she falls right asleep. So it's like a comfort thing before she goes to bed or goes down for a nap. She just recently started, she was taking the bottle like once a week to twice a week, and she was doing pretty decently with it. We had a little run through different bottles. We initially I had bought the Comotomo because a lot of people who breastfeed said that was an easy transition. It seemed to come down too fast for her in the Comotomo bottles, so she didn't like those, and so I bought Tommee Tippee because that's a second one that people who breastfeed say kind of does, like, it is a good easy transition. And she did decent with those for a while, and then she started not doing so well, and I ended up I had an Avent or Avent, however you say it, bottle that we had got at our childbirth class, like a little 5-ounce or 4-ounce one, and so it's the Closer to Nature one. So there's 2 different types of Avent bottles. I think there might be 3 actually, but it's the Closer to Nature ones, and she ended up taking to that one the best. But in the past week to 2 weeks, she has recently stopped taking a bottle very well. She'll drink like an ounce or a couple sips from it, and then she just freaks out. Like, she wants me to nurse and for that comfort, and if it's not me, she can tell. And she's always been a baby that if you are bottle feeding her, you have to have her in the breastfeeding position for her to take the bottle. Even with her dad, and even when I've given her a bottle, you have to have her like facing towards you like she's breastfeeding. And so she's recently stopped taking a bottle very well. We were going to have our first date night on Friday, after we put Anthony down for bed. We got her all bathed and ready for bed, and my mom was giving her a bottle when we left, and she took like an ounce of it and started freaking out. And I offered to stay, and my mom said, no, she'll be fine. Like, she's just overtired, and I'll get her to calm down. You guys go have fun. So we ended up going to the store because we wanted to get what we needed in case we need to come home. And then we were going to go get dessert at like Applebee's or something just for a little date. And my mom ended up calling us at, I want to say like half an hour to 45 minutes after we left the house. She said she was fine for a little bit. She cried for like 10 minutes after you guys left. Was fine. We walked around the house, and you could hear her in the background. She was still freaking out and refused the bottle. So I came home and nursed her, and she went right to sleep for a little bit, and then she was awake till like 10:30 to make sure we were still here. She would fall asleep and wake right back up. So we're probably not going to get a date night without her for a little while, which is fine. She just is a mama's girl and knows what she wants. She's also a wiggle worm. She can, with help, stand and put pressure on her legs, and she does really well. She's starting to try and roll from back to belly. She can get almost all the way there, except her one arm gets stuck under her, and she cannot get over that arm. So with a little bit of help, she can. At nighttime, we semi-swaddle her for right now until she starts rolling from back to belly. She was swaddled the first 2 weeks of life, and then we stopped because she didn't like to be fully swaddled. And then because she likes to be held when she's sleeping, I ordered a Swaddle Me Swaddle, the large size, off Amazon, and she now is semi-swaddled with this arm out while she's sleeping, and she seems to do really well with that because she feels like she's being held. I was looking into the DockATot because I thought that would help too, but those are very expensive. They're like $185. So unless they send us one to review, oops, we are not going to be getting a DockATot anytime soon. Oh, you're okay. Let's see, other than that, she is pretty much an overall easy baby. I think for a first baby, which she's our first little baby, she is kind of like just how first babies generally are. Like, they want to be carried and see the world, and because you have time to do that with your first baby, to carry and snuggle them since the day they're born. So she's used to that, and so as long as she's in my arms, she's usually pretty happy. Everyone, somebody got tired and wanted to eat. She could sleep right now. So anyways, recently also she had, probably about 3 to 4 weeks ago, she started she used to, when she was born up until 4 weeks ago, pooped every day, multiple times a day, and then she started not doing that. She would poop like every other day or every 2 days, and sometimes she'd seem uncomfortable and sometimes she didn't, and she's still doing that. And I also but it doesn't seem to bother her as much. It's just kind of like normal now. But I also read somewhere that breastfed babies after 6 to 8 weeks of age start to do that. They start to poop like a few times a week, and that's normal for them. And her poop is the same consistency. I guess that's normal for her. She also is in size 2 diapers, and we are still using the Honest Company diapers and wipes. I don't have any around me, or else I'd show you, but we are still using Honest Company, and they seem to work very well for us. Not a lot of blowouts or anything, and if she does, it's because she only poops every couple days. She has blowouts. But that is all really for her 3-month update video. I'll be doing a 4-month update video, probably the middle of her 4 months, because not much is going to change in a week. And right now also she is grabbing and reaching, and today for the first time she grabbed her feet, so that is a milestone. She reached this month as well. But yeah, I think that's about all for her 3-month update. Thank you guys for watching. Hit that subscribe button if you are not subscribed, and we will see you guys later. Bye.